Usual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour. We'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
I believe it's about that time.
Turn the radio on, man. This is my friend, Todd.
He makes me laugh.
From Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, super!
What a crackpot.
Would you please just listen?
Really fun. And it's free.
Oh boy, this is great.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Why can't you accept me for what I am? Why? Why? Why?
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Tonight on the show, we've got Idiots of the Week. We got Will's Punchline Report. My intern, Will, he's here. And he gave me a little preview. And these are pretty good. Did a nice job. I think you'll be impressed. But I'm still going to judge him on them. We've got some Florida man stories. And here's something to ponder for a moment. Would you support a 4-day work week? Think about it. And if so, what's the third day that you would like to have off besides Saturday and Sunday? Would it be Monday or would it be Friday? Or do something really crazy and take Tuesday off. So you work one day, you're off. You work 2 days, then you're off 2. I don't know, just an idea. Also on the show tonight, we've got some UFO news. This was making the rounds over the last few days. There's video of a drone shooting a Hellfire missile at some sort of UAP, and the Hellfire missile bounces off the UAP. Very strange, very strange. So we'll get to that here in a second or so. I wanted to talk a little bit here at the beginning of the show about yesterday, what happened with Charlie Kirk. Last night, I was preparing to go on the show, and you may have even heard the open of the show. And then immediately we had more breaking news, and we went to Fox News, and we didn't have the show last night. And I'm sure many of you were shocked and horrified about what happened yesterday in Orem, Utah, with conservative influencer, I guess, Charlie Kirk. And it truly was 100% horrifying. And it doesn't matter what side of the political aisle you come down on. Political violence, unfortunately, is part of the American experience. And we've had this for almost 2 centuries now, where these types of things happen. Not excusing it by any stretch, but it's part of us, and it's just devastating. And it never fixes what whoever is shooting wants to change. You know what I mean? It's like it never changes anything. And unfortunately, we see it all the time. Violence just begets violence. And we all know that this country politically has been very divided for a long time. And unfortunately, that's just the way things are. And I'm no political expert. I don't talk about it on my show. But I do talk about things that happen in our culture. And I'm affected by it just like everybody else is. What I'm thinking about, though, is the fact that today is the 24th anniversary of 9/11. And for those of you who were alive then and remember what it was like after the terrorist attacks, how we all sort of became unified. United we stand. And it didn't matter whether you were right or left. we were joined together. We stood unified. And here we are almost a quarter of a century later, and we're not like that anymore. And it's so sad. It's really sad. I mean, it's sad what happened yesterday. My heart goes out to his family, his wife, his children, his friends, the people who followed him, looked to him. It's just devastating. But it's just more evidence of a deeper, deeper problem. And I don't know how to get out of it. Does anybody know how to get out of it? Because in my mind, it just keeps perpetuating over and over and over and over and over. And sometimes it feels like there's just no end to this. There's just no end. I mean, I've talked to people just in the last, month or two before anything happened yesterday, where folks are just many like, I just don't care anymore. I'm tired of the division. I'm tired of the arguing. I'm tired of all the political games on both sides. I just don't care. I'm just going to go about my day and do my job and make my money and try to enjoy my life the best I can. I hear that from so many more people now than I recall. And I think that is just it's an epidemic. And I don't know what the answer is. I don't know that anybody knows what the answer is. The civility in disagreeing seems to be gone. I mean, I remember growing up where my parents were ardent supporters of the notion of you don't talk about politics, you don't talk about religion in mixed company. You keep it friendly. Keep it civil, you keep it cordial. But that's all changed. That has been thrown out the door. And I don't know if it's because of social media or if it's just because, the differences are so much greater now than what they used to be. And that could be just a perception. People feel threatened. People are scared. That kind of fear is what compels others to commit the crime like what happened yesterday in Utah. That is desperation. That is fear. And I don't know how to get out of it. I don't know how as a culture, as a society, we get out of it. Because I feel like we just keep getting deeper and deeper entrenched in this division. I mean, for crying out loud, there was a movie that came out in the last year about another civil war in modern times. And it wasn't just a war of words. It was a friggin' war. I mean, we've gotten to that point where, people are thinking about that. And it's just so sad because, my God, we're the greatest country in the world. And you think of all the people that have died over the centuries defending us, fighting for us. And we're at each other. And I don't understand it. I know this isn't the normal kind of thing I talk about on the show, but you know what? I'm just like you. I try to put on a happy face and go about my day, but this kind of thing affects me just as it affects you. And some things I can just sort of push off to the side and do my stupid Florida man story or whatever it is. But sometimes, you know, I have to talk about it. So I hope those who were followers of Charlie Kirk know that you're not alone, and you have the condolences of me and many others, and this is just a sad day, sad 24 hours. And again, here we are on 9/11, talking about the 24th anniversary. So that's kind of where my head is right now. I'm going to try to muster on and talk about some fun things and slowly, surely try to get back to some semblance of a normal show. But I wanted to say this off the top because it's been weighing on me for the last day, just like it's been weighing on many of you. So there you go. Those are my thoughts. We're going to move on with our show.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, punk.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
funeral services set for a Springboro grad who died in a Wisconsin crash. We'll have that for you at 5:30 now. Back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Welcome back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I need to give a shout out to a woman by the name of Lisa. She works at the BMV, the Ohio BMV in Beaver Creek. So I had to go in to get my real ID today because next month, Larry Hanskin and I are going to be flying to New York City for the big Marconi Awards. He and I were both nominated, and I had to get the real ID because now you have to have that in order to fly. Either that or a passport, and I haven't had a passport in probably 20 years. But I had to go and get this particular real ID, and I walked up to the window. And Lisa, she recognized, she goes, "I thought that was you. I listen to your show every night on my way home." So thank you, Lisa, and you did a great job. And I was in and out of there pretty darn quick. And hopefully I'll get my actual real ID before the flight leaves. But anyway, I wanted to give her a shout out. Coming up on September 25th, that's a Thursday, from 5 to 7. It's another Evening Edge happy hour, and I'm going to be doing it from the All the Best Delicatessen, 5940 Far Hills Avenue there in Washington Township. This is pretty cool. Now, I've talked about this place over the years a number of times. It started out as this great delicatessen, and they have great food. I've said it a million times. I love their egg salad. It's just the best. However, last month or two, they've opened up a bar inside. When you walk in, you see the bar right there. And then all the dining tables are kind of around it. And it looks like a fun little place to hang out. So we're kind of christening it. I mean, it's been open. It was like a soft opening, I guess. But on this particular night, it's going to be a good time. Once again, September 25th, 5 to 7. They've got $2 off all bottled and draft beers. This is during happy hour. Well, drinks and wine. They got hot dog sliders, and they got the pickleback shot, which I'm really interested in. You get yourself a shot of tequila or whiskey, and then they give you a pickle juice chaser. How's that sound? I know how it sounds. I get it. But the people that I've talked to that have been there, that have had it, they say it's sensational. And plus, I'm hoping that night we'll be able to debut the Hot Toddy's Kickin' Meatloaf Sandwich, served with pepper jack and horsey sauce. That's the plan. So hopefully you can stop out and see us Thursday, September 25th, 5 to 7. All the Best Delicatessen. They're on Far Hills in Washington Township.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO.
Hey, William, how you doing? Do 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 do. Are you turning up or down the lights? That's the question. Right, yeah. Or turning down the dark. Well, last night we had a lively discussion about the terminology of somebody saying turning up the AC or down, or like the thermostat, turning the thermostat up or down. What exactly that means? Yeah, he doesn't know.
Is that all that you got to say to me?
Yeah. Is that all you got to tell me?
No, Mel, there's one more thing.
What?
Kiss my grand!
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Of course, those are the immortal words of Flo. Flo from the sitcom Alice. That was one that we watched every week in my house. We loved Alice. And that particular character was played by Polly Holiday. And she passed away, 88 years old. A friend and manager confirmed her death, that she passed at her home in New York on September 9th. And I figure, when you're on TV and you're an actor or an actress, you certainly have some sort of theatrical background, but I really didn't know much about her background. She'd been on Broadway, and she got that job as Flo, and I loved Flo. And you remember that catchphrase, "Kiss my grits." That became commonplace on the playground at school. I even kind of remember a teacher getting on us students for saying it, because I guess she found it offensive. I don't know. But she got the job as Flo on Alice. She worked as one of the servers there at Mel's Diner with Alice and Vera, the three of them. And they worked for Mel. Mel was the cook and he owned the diner. But she got that job after being recommended for it, I guess, from Dustin Hoffman. So Dustin Hoffman was directing a show on Broadway called All Over Town, and he recommended her for the movie All the President's Men, which is one of my favorite movies, and she plays a secretary in that film. If you remember the scene where Dustin Hoffman's character is waiting outside an office trying to get in to see the guy, and he's there for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and the secretary keeps putting him off, and that's her. That's her. But somebody that was working on that film was also working on casting for Alice. And they thought, you would be great for that. So that's how she got it. She got that job. That's pretty cool. She also was in the movie Gremlins, Parent Trap. She appeared on The Golden Girls, Homicide, Life on the Street, and Home Improvement. I don't remember her on Home Improvement. That was another one we used to watch a lot. But yeah, that's sad. The other person who passed away at the age of 88, Ron Demina. Not ring a bell? That's Ron John, the founder of that famous surf shop. You see those stickers all over the place. Very, very popular back in the 80s and the 90s. The Ron John Surf Shop. It started when he wanted to make custom surfboards from California, and after he outgrew his homemade boards. And his dad, I guess, told him, here's what you do to start your surfboard business. You buy 3 of them, you sell 2 of them at a profit, then yours will be free. You think about that, it's like, oh, that makes sense. But he founded the business in 1959, selling surfboards from his car. And he opened the first Ron John surf shop on Long Beach Island in 1961. That's another iconic guy. At least that sticker, right? You see that sticker everywhere. And I always wondered who that was. Was that like a real guy? I had no idea. I'd never been to the shop before. But it was Ron Demina. That was his real name. So I don't know who John was. Maybe some other surfer he knew. I don't know. 937-457-1290. I saw this poll, and this has come up on the show before. And I don't know that we'll ever get to this point. It'd be kind of nice, I think. I think many people would enjoy a 4-day work week. 7 in 10 workers feel that they could be just as productive in a 4-day work week, according to new research. The survey asked 2,000 Americans examining lifestyle factors, attitudes toward work and social life balance, found 69% of those employed think they could do their job in 32 hours. Yeah, I think so. I feel like I could do my job in 32 hours. And of course, I've said this before. My job is not just hosting a daily talk show for 2 hours a day. I work more than 10 hours a week. I promise you. But I could do it in 4 days. I bet a lot of people could. You think, unless you're working like hourly at a job where you're, like a fast food or someplace like that, where you're always on the clock and you're always going. People that don't have those kinds of jobs probably could do their job in 32 hours, or maybe not. I don't know. Over a quarter, 29% disagreed that this would be the case, and 3% declined to vote. Okay. The survey was conducted by Talker Research, found millennials as the generation most likely to support a 4-day work week. I get that. 75% of the millennials say yes to a 4-day work week. Gen Z follows with 70%, as does Gen X. That's my generation. But I thought this was interesting. Boomers, on the other hand, only 48% think it should be adopted. Over 50% of the boomers are happy working 5 days a week. And I wonder if that's just routine, or they got nothing else going on. They're not ready to sit home retired, and we're just going to keep going and going. It says, if Americans were to get their 4-day work week, which is the day they'd like to have off? 55% said Friday. 24% said Monday. Parker, you just gave me an emphatic no.
I think having Monday off is way better.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah. Because Fridays usually the vibes are high around. Everybody's getting ready for the weekend. The weekend's coming.
Yeah, but then Thursday would be that way.
Well, I guess that's true.
Yeah. And then Tuesdays would become, you got the Tuesday blues, man.
Well, I feel now that I think Tuesday is the worst day of the week.
I agree.
It just feels like a second Monday.
It does. It really does.
So if you eliminate the first Monday, it's not a problem anymore.
See, the Monday's interesting because there's a part of Monday that isn't bad, because on Monday you come in, especially during like football season, right? When people come in on Monday, half of the day, at least in this building, because I see it and I hear it, it's almost all football talk. Whether it's recapping college football or Sunday NFL, or they're talking about the big game on Monday night, right? That's what it is. And you do some work. But then Tuesday it really hits you. And you realize that, the weekend's so far away. I got nothing to talk about. I've talked about all my past weekend stuff. I would agree with you. And I think that that's probably true. I bet if we took a poll, Parker, you'd be 100% on it. The worst day of the week, Tuesday.
But then think about it. You come back to work on Monday talking about all the football. You still have one more game on that Monday night. Then when you come back on Tuesday, you can talk about all the games.
Well, that's true. I guess that's true.
Just the football nerd in me coming out.
Yeah. I got you. I'd prefer to have, I'd prefer to have Friday off for sure. Because Friday, certainly for us, now that we're doing Friday night football, is not a blow off day. We have to go. But for a lot of people that aren't working hourly jobs, Friday is kind of a blow off day. Just kind of wrapping things up. Maybe we'll, get out of the office a little early, that kind of thing. Maybe you take a longer lunch. So then that would become Thursday. All right. But see, here's the thing. The employers will never support it. They'll never support it. Though I know some businesses, I think, allow people to work those 4 days as long as they work those 10 4-hour days, or 4 10-hour days, which seems fair, right? That seems fair. It's 40 hours. 40 hours is 40 hours. Daniel and Dayton, what's going on, Daniel?
Hey, what's up, Todd?
Hey, man.
I wanted to actually tell you, and I'm actually going to shout out my job. I work for Amazon, Amazon DSP, and they're called Murray Logistics. I'm actually scheduled 4 days a week, and I average about 8 hours a day, and I get paid for my 10 hours.
Wow.
No matter what. So, I mean, you know, I do some pretty big routes, but yeah, I'm actually living what you're talking about right now.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, you know, Jeff Bezos can afford it. He's not going to chase after you for those extra days, those extra hours.
Yeah, ideas, but yeah, I think you're right.
No, I got you.
I actually want to clear that up as well. I don't actually work for Amazon directly. I work for what's called a DSP, and it's a private contracted company that delivers packages for Amazon.
I got you. Okay. That makes sense. I got you. All right.
But
thanks.
Yeah, I actually work a 4-day work week.
That's nice.
It's not bad.
That's nice. Thanks, Daniel. Greg in Dayton. What's up, Greg? Hello, Greg. Greg? You're up, Greg.
Hey, maybe I think video, but I would like Wednesday off.
Oh, Wednesday. Okay.
So you work 2 days.
You're off?
Work 2 days, off 2.
That's not bad. Work day, yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of good. I kind of like that idea. I think I like that better than Friday off.
Never have to work more than 2 days in a row.
That's sweet. I like that. All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Greg. That's actually a pretty good idea. I like that. You know? Though I will say, I mean, there is something to the momentum of the week, right? Certain jobs, there's a momentum. You get going, you get going, you get going. And especially when you've got deadlines, to only have 2 days and then you have to have a day off, I bet a lot of people would end up working that Wednesday and it would defeat the whole purpose. But yeah, just something to think about.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
H. Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Greg. Boomers, always the boomers. Dennis, we just had a caller suggest that work Monday, Tuesday, take Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday. You work Thursday, Friday, then you get 2 days off. Not bad. I couldn't do that, though. I mean, during basketball season, as we all know, I usually have a night off every week or almost every week. Ron, you know what? That happened so easily. Mary, not retired, but when she had her 2 weeks off after her surgery, she started, I mean, just in 2 weeks, she was losing track of days. She's like, what is today? What's tomorrow? What day of the week is it? I get it.
Temperatures climb back into the 90s early next week. We'll have the latest at 6. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
And now for our devoted listeners, back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Pumpkin spice donuts, pumpkin spice muffins, pumpkin spice coffee. We get it!
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I don't know where she's at right now, but my wife, Mary, just sent me a picture of a bottle of Dawn Platinum Plus Power Wash. which we use. We love that stuff. Now available in pumpkin spice scent. That's almost as bad as the lemon loaf hand soap that we had in our kitchen for a period of time. You go to wash your hands, you smell like dessert. Now, I suppose that's fine on your hands, but couldn't we agree that maybe some of that pumpkin spice scent will remain on the plate after it's rinsed? Maybe, right? And I don't think you want all your food tasting like pumpkin, or at least fake pumpkin. We've gone way overboard with this pumpkin spice nonsense. Everything you can now get pumpkin spice.
I was over at somebody's house the other night, and literally everything in their house was pumpkin.
Why?
Already. I don't know.
It's going to be 90 degrees. This is not pumpkin weather. I'm sorry to tell you.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D. H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Pumpkin spice undies. I bet there are.
If anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
It's time for something different.
There's been enough thinking.
Don't bring up politics. Don't bring up religion.
Don't be so serious about everything.
This aggression will not stand, man.
Let's just chill, huh? Let's have some fun.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Later on in this hour, we've got Will's Punchline Report. My intern, Will, is here. He's locked and loaded. He's got 5 high-quality jokes. He's guaranteeing it. That's coming up after 6:30. We also have a couple of Florida man stories. I have a question for the ladies out there. I saw a story today on WHIO.com, and it was about something called a mini beauty fridge. And it didn't really say in the story exactly what a mini beauty fridge is, but there's a recall.
Are you satisfied with our product?
No, not at all.
It's junk.
What a ripoff.
Found the recall.
I want my money back.
It's junk.
What a ripoff.
It fell apart pretty quick.
You ripped me off.
I want my money back.
So I'd love to have one of the women edge heads call the show and enlighten me on this, because I don't know if that's just a clever name, like a marketing name, a beauty fridge, or if this is a legitimate deal. It's a little refrigerator, and it was put out with the brand Paris Hilton. You all know Paris Hilton. The Paris Hilton mini beauty fridge. Over 110,000 of these beauty fridges have been recalled because some of them can short circuit and cause a fire. At least 27 reports of these mini beauty fridges overheating. Now, again, I don't know. Is this a legitimate thing where there are some women out there who love their makeup so much? That's what's in my head, is that you have a little mini fridge, maybe on your vanity or wherever you get ready, do your makeup. It's a little refrigerator that keeps your makeup cool. Is that what it is? Or is it just a clever marketing name? Oh, it's the Paris Hilton mini beauty fridge. I've never heard of that, and I've never seen a woman keep her makeup, and whether it's lip stuff, mascara, rouge, whatever it is, in the refrigerator. Maybe it's a thing. I have no idea. The other thing that I thought was interesting in the, by the way, if you have one of these Paris Hilton mini beauty fridges, you can find the link on WHIO.com, and you can see if your beauty fridge is one of those being recalled. They come in several colors, including pink, hot pink, aqua, and white. But here's the thing that's interesting about this recall. If you happen to have one of these, and they come in 2 varieties, there's like a 4-liter model and a 10-liter model. If you have one of these and you want to get a refund because they're dangerous, this is what they're requiring you to do. And I've never, ever heard this in a recall. First thing you have to do is you have to register your serial number that's on the little mini beauty fridge. That makes sense, right? We have the serial number. We know that you have one of these. But you also have to submit 3 photographs. You have to submit a photo with recall written, I guess, in Sharpie on the door of the mini fridge. Like, you have to write recall. Take a picture. Then you have to take a second picture showing the model and serial number. And then lastly, you have to show a third photo with the mini beauty fridge unplugged and the cord cut in 2. Now, why would they want that? Why those requirements? I'm thinking that what they don't want are people to get the refund and then keep using it. And it's not because of safety. I'm not buying that. If they're going to give you your money back, they don't want you benefiting from the Paris Hilton mini beauty fridge. They don't want to give you your money back and you keep using it. I'm convinced that's what it is.
I figured out why they put makeup in a fridge.
Oh, so this is a legitimate thing.
This is, according to Google, storing some makeup and skincare products is beneficial. It can extend the shelf life and offer a soothing application, but you can't put it in the regular kitchen fridge because it's too cold for that.
Oh, okay.
Not a makeup expert. That was just what I found online. So
interesting. I've never heard that. Now, I've heard of little mini fridges, like really mini fridges for like 6 packs of beer or soda or whatever, right? I've seen that. But I didn't know that there was a thing called a beauty fridge. And I'm guessing you probably can't keep beer in a beauty fridge because you want it to be as cold as a regular refrigerator, right? You want your beer to be cold, not, kind of cold. Interesting. But isn't that strange that in order to get your refund, you have to prove to them in photographs that it's totally destroyed? I'm sure that's what it is. I don't think it's because they're afraid that, it might blow up or something. No. If they're going to give you your money back, they don't want you using their gadget. Because you can't probably send them back. They're not going to want them. Lots of times when there's a recall, you can send something back and then they send you your money or whatever. But they don't want all these crappy refrigerators coming back to their place. 937-457-1290. We have a lawsuit lottery to talk about. This
I can't drop a lawsuit.
Going to court.
Lawsuit? It's private. You gonna sue him?
No deal. We're going to court.
I'm going to sue the pants off you.
They just got a favorable ruling on a lawsuit.
Enough, sir. You are out of order.
So I saw this story yesterday, and of course we didn't have a show last night because we were covering the Charlie Kirk assassination here on WHIO. But I posted this video earlier in the afternoon, and almost everybody, I will say, at one point in their life has probably participated in musical chairs. You know what musical chairs is, right? Will, my high school, and he knows what musical chairs is. You've got a round of chairs, if you will, in a circle, and people are prancing around. The music plays, the music stops. Everybody sits down. The person that doesn't get a chair, they're out, and they keep removing. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. So there's a school down in Jacksonville, Florida, West Side High School. And this happened late August. This is like a beginning of the school year pep rally. and they're all in the gymnasium, the students, the teachers, the admin, everybody, they're all getting jacked up and ready for the school year. So they decide that they're going to have this contest between, I guess, teachers and students playing musical chairs. Well, it gets down to a teacher and a student. That's who's left. It's a male teacher who, honestly, in the video, he looks a bit beefy. Like he's like, maybe he's a coach or something, And then there's this 16-year-old junior female. So they're prancing around, and the music stops. The girl grabs the chair. What does the coach do? He picks her up and slams her to the ground. Yeah. And it's all on video. And it's on my Facebook. Parker's like, I got to see this. Oh my gosh. The video's gone viral. Following the body slam, the student, whose name is Nyla, complained of severe headaches, nausea, and intense pain in her side. Her mom took her to the ER. She had bruised ribs and a concussion from musical chairs. Who knew that musical chairs could be so dangerous? Well, I did. I don't know about you, but whenever I played musical chairs, it was like WWF. It really was. People fighting over the chairs. Don't get confused. This is not the cakewalk, right? Where you just walk around in a circle and hope you land on the right number where your cake is drawn. No. This is brutal. This is knockdown, drag out violence.
And he celebrated afterwards.
Yes, he did. Yeah, I won. I just body slammed a 16-year-old. Well, mom's hired a lawyer. And here's the best part. The school announced that the teacher has been reassigned to a position where he doesn't have to have contact with other students. What job would that be? Crazy. Real quickly, Marie in Dayton. Hey, Marie.
Hey.
How you doing? Do you have a
fridge?
Oh, do you have a mini beauty fridge?
I do not.
Okay.
One of my friends bought one for their daughter, but I can't remember which friend it is, so I couldn't call her. But, you were talking about the reason why they have you cut the cord and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Since there's a recall on it, so that they will deter people from using the other ones, because if they do end up using it, maybe they'll get sued.
Well, Marie, I understand your line of thinking here, and that's what one would maybe think. But I believe that they're going to take a bath on this, right? Because there are 110 of these, 1,000 of these things recalled. I'm convinced that they just don't want to give the people their money back and then have them still use them and get the benefits of it. I'm being very cynical here, Marie.
Oh, no, I understand that and get it. But anyway,
I got you.
We're entitled to our opinion.
Yes, you are. All right. Thanks,
Okay.
Marie. Thanks for listening.
And another thing on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know for a fact that nail polish lasts a lot longer before they had the beauty fridge. Now, I wouldn't go out and buy a beauty fridge for that, but you can put nail polish in the regular fridge and it lasts longer.
Oh, well, I'll share that with my wife.
There you go.
All right. Thanks, Marie.
Todd.
Have a good one. There you go. 937-457-1290. You learned something tonight. You can put your nail polish in your fridge and it lasts longer. That's kind of nice to know.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Oh, no, Ron. That sucks. Brian, that's awesome. Now, which day do you take? What day do you take off? Is it Friday or Monday or maybe it floats? Maybe you can choose. That is true, Ulrich. Yeah, I will take him right out of the break. That'd be a fun topic, right? Like childhood games that seem very innocent but are terribly dangerous. We used to play a game at night. I forget what it was called, but it was like tag, but you played it in the dark. And it had something to do with ghosts. Like maybe it was ghost tag. And you're running through yards. It's dark. I mean, you can kind of see, but not really. And I remember girls running like through the swing sets and getting their hair caught in the chain link of the swing. I remember people running into trees, or stepping in something on the ground, not necessarily poop, but just but just like, like a sprinkler head or something. Broken legs, broken toes. That right there is a topic. Never mind dodgeball. I mean, that's obvious. But those other games. Red Rover, send Will right over, and then they get charging through and you break somebody's leg or they get clotheslined. Kelly, that might have been it. I think we just called it ghost tag, I think.
Look, fellas, I gotta say, I love the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I want to get to Bobby real quick in Miamisburg, talking about this musical chair fiasco between a student and a teacher, where the teacher just body slams this poor girl in the midst of musical chairs. Bobby in Miamisburg. Hey, Bobby.
First of all, I'd like to take you to task the way you describe musical chairs. I've never seen prancing going on with musical chairs.
Well, Bobby, I went to a different kind of school.
All right, I understand. I'll give you a pass, man. Hey, there's a dude in my office that came back from a mission trip with a cast on his hand, and he went to Ethiopia.
Yeah.
And I said, "What is going on, man?" I said, "Well, I broke my hand." I said, "How'd you do that?" He says, "Well, we were playing Duck, Duck, Goose with the local village kids." And they didn't really quite get the translation of Duck, Duck, Goose, and I guess he got a freaking karate chop to the thumb.
Wow.
And
you know what? That would, when you think about it, that would be kind of a difficult game to try to explain to someone who is not of the same language, same culture. The idea is we sit in a circle and then we go around and hit each other over the head or whatever, right?
Yeah, with Duck, Duck, Goose, and I don't think they got the translation, and
Yeah.
he just got the cast and the pin taken out of his thumb this past week, but it's been in his hand for about a month.
Oh my gosh. You know what, Bobby, I have to tell you, your call, Parker told me kind of what you were going to say. You have given me an idea that I'm going to probably execute on Monday or Tuesday. I want to do a show where we talk about childhood games like this that seem sort of innocent, but in reality, they could be very deadly and dangerous. Like, do you remember playing Red Rover? Yeah.
Or Smear the Queer.
Yes.
Or Dodgeball.
Yes. All of those. I think that would be a great topic, Bobby. Thank you for that. Have a good one.
Man.
There you go. Yeah, I think that would be great. And I think we're going to plan that on maybe Monday or Tuesday.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out.
T-O.
Double D.
H. Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO.
I love that idea. That's a great idea. Oh, yeah, water balloon fights. Those were fun. Spin the bottle. That is that could be a dangerous game. That's how you get cooties. All right, I'm turning your mic on, Will. Keep it clean. I'm going to take a call. I might do a story. What? Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. Good catch. Good catch.
Oh, thank you.
Doing and listen.
Now hold on, dummy. Just you listen to me.
Now listen to me carefully. You boys got something to say to me? Why don't you talk in the microphone?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. You know, when I drive around town, lots of times I'll see these personalized license plates. 9 times out of 10, kind of obvious what they're trying to say, right? You understand what it is. Sometimes not so much. Maybe it's just something that, they know. It's something that means something to them. But every year, the Ohio BMV, they put out this list of license plates that have been rejected. And they reject about 750 to 850 every year. Well, now there's a lawyer who's filed not one, but 2 lawsuits. This guy's from Cleveland, saying that the Ohio Bureau of Motor Vehicles, their enforcement of plate requests is arbitrary and discriminatory. So somebody is has filed a lawsuit, 2 lawsuits, about personalized plates. Now, I don't know if their enforcement is arbitrary or discriminatory. I don't know. But I also saw a story that the United States Supreme Court is also taking up a case about license plates being a form of free speech. And it is kind of interesting because he makes this particular lawyer in Ohio makes a point. They have allowed people to have license plates that say something to the effect of Love OH, like Love Ohio, or LUVOH, Love Ohio, or Lovin' Ohio. But they've rejected hate, H8, the number 8, Ohio. They reject that. They rejected IH8, Ohio, or H8, my ST8. Hate my state. They've been restricted or rejected. It's just kind of interesting that people get so worked up about the personalized plate. I guess they set up this criteria after in 2003, the state had to settle, I guess, a lawsuit with a guy who wanted the license plate RD Rage, road rage. And they said no. And I guess they got sued. But here's some others that were rejected last year. Nuke OH, Get Bent with the E and Get a number 3. I have the number 2 P, letter P. Pimp WGN, Pimp Wagon. FU Musk. That makes sense. Yeah. Here's one. RN UM OVR. Run them over. Old ASF. Then Shag WG. That would be, of course, Shagwagon. And then my personal favorite that was rejected, Methed Up. So I think some people just like to do that for fun. Let's see if we can squeak it through, right? That's crazy. All right, it's that time once again for Will's Punchline Report. It's Will's Punchline Report.
You know every punchline.
Okay, I'm waiting for the punchline.
Oh, you want to hear the punchline?
Well, I guess that's why they call it the punchline.
What's up? Punchline.
It's the punchline, man.
Now, here's Will. Now, my friend Eric just sent me a text. How about love, LUVTODD? You know, I would be willing to pay for somebody's personalized plate if they got something Evening Edge related. Now, I'm not going to do that. That's too egocentric, right? Anyway, Will, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Will is my high school intern. He's 17. He has great desires to be a comedy writer. And he contacted me at the end of last school year and said, hey, can I work on your show? Can I write some material? And I said, certainly. So here he is. He's coming in every week. A man of his word. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Good job. And each week he puts together kind of a list of headlines, sort of like SNL's Weekend Update, which is sort of what you'd like to work for, right? You'd like to do that. Yeah. And he gives us the headlines and he gives us the one-liner, the joke.
Yep.
I previewed some of these tonight, and these are solid, but I'm still going to judge you on them.
Naturally.
That's the only way. Look, this is a learning process. This is the only way you're going to learn, right? And what's the one rule I've taught you about comedy and radio?
There's no crying in baseball.
That is right. There's no crying. There's not going to be any crying tonight. Okay? All right. Let's hear the first one.
A Kentucky nurse has gained attention for performing CPR on a drunk raccoon. Coincidentally, a drunk raccoon is the state animal of Kentucky.
I like that. Yeah. I love those stereotypes. All right, let's hear the next one.
A 4-year-old from Illinois has been accepted into Mensa, proving that no matter what you do, there's a 4-year-old who can do it better.
Yeah. Man, I can't imagine having a kid like that. You know?
Can make him do your taxes.
Well, that's true. Make him do a lot of stuff. All right, let's hear the next one. That was a good one. I like that one.
A dog has been called a hero for putting out a lit stick of dynamite thrown in its owner's yard. The dog was subsequently awarded the Wile E. Coyote Medal of Valor.
I like. I saw that video. That is a great video. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I guess was it in Brazil,
Peru,
or Peru? That's right. That's right. That's right. All right. Let's hear the next one.
A man was arrested after jumping off a cruise ship and swimming into the open ocean to escape a gambling debt. The man was quickly located after police yelled, "Marco!"
I like that. These are good. These are good. I told you these are solid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A woman has been charged for registering her dog to vote. Officials became aware of this when the sex listed on the form was spayed-neutered.
That was a bit of a stretch, but I like that one. That was a good one. Good week for you. That's awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, we're looking forward to next week.
Definitely.
When you're back. All right. Let's talk to Robert in Springfield. Hey, Robert, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you, Todd?
Not bad. What's shaking, man?
Well, you were talking about pumpkin spice everything.
Right. Well, my wife sent me, let me just set this up. My wife sent me a picture. She was out running around after work, and she sent me a picture of a bottle of Dawn Power Wash, which apparently now comes in pumpkin spice scent, which we really don't need. You know?
Right. And last year, there was a place that was offering pumpkin fried rice.
Pumpkin fried rice?
Yes. Now, I won't say the name of the place. They've since closed down. But just the idea of pumpkin spice fried rice, it just
yeah. Well, it makes you wonder why they've finally closed down. I mean, who comes up with that idea? I mean, I enjoy the flavor of pumpkin, but not in everything. It really is out of control. You know, it's just crazy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Robert. I appreciate your call. That line's open, 937-457-1290. We got a Florida man story.
Florida man shines with every single crime, stupefying and delicious. Some might even think fictitious. Florida man is always ambitious.
So do you remember that we had a story, and it was kind of a big deal, and I would say, I don't know, maybe a month ago, there was a guy who was working at a Chuck E. Cheese down in Tallahassee, Florida. And he was working as Chuck E. Cheese. He was the guy in the mascot costume. And he's inside the pizza place, and it's during the day, and there's all these moms and dads and kids running around and just having a good old Chuck E. Cheese time. And then in walks the cops. And they immediately go to the Chuck E. Cheese mascot, and they cuff him and stuff him. They take him out of the restaurant. Well, it turns out that this guy was wanted because he was accused of using some woman's credit card. Like, he was working at the store. Somebody used their credit card to buy food at Chuck E. Cheese, and he, I guess, held on to the credit card or stole the numbers, whatever. And he used this somewhere else. So the cops came back to arrest him. Well, this was a big deal. It was all over the news. We talked about it on this show, and there was video everywhere of, oh my God, Chuck E. Cheese has been arrested. Well, the police, and they released this like a week ago, but I just haven't gotten to it. They released the body cam footage. And after I watched this footage from beginning to end, I kind of feel like the cops were a bit overzealous in arresting Chuck E. Cheese inside the store. But here's audio from the clip.
Chucky's a little bit busy, man. Chucky, come with me, Chucky. Come on. Come with Chucky. Chucky, stop resisting. Stop resisting. You're being detained. Stop resisting. Let it go. Let it go. Do not cause a scene here, sir. I got mine.
So, yeah, let me just stop it. So here what happens, and I edited some of this, is that one of the moms who's watching this does kind of get on the cop's case. Like, why are you doing this in front of all the kids? Now, when I first saw the video and it was the story, there was no context to it other than Chucky was getting arrested. But I started thinking after the fact, it's like, well, why couldn't the cops have just gone to the manager and been like, hey, we need to talk to one of your employees, and then have the conversation, have him take off the costume, and then arrest him, instead of just marching in and immediately sort of grabbing Chucky and putting the cuffs on him? Because now all these kids have that memory of seeing Chuck E. Cheese cuffed and marched out of the restaurant. And he says, don't make a scene. Don't make a scene. This is what the cop's saying. But he's already making a scene. He's making a scene by arresting a guy in a mouse suit in front of a bunch of kids. I just feel like, thinking back now, it's like, well, why couldn't they have just gone in, said, hey, we got to talk to this guy. Can you bring him into the manager's office? And then you take care of it there. Now, all these kids think Chuck E. Cheese is some sort of criminal. Poor Chuck E. Cheese.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
T O
Double D.
H O double L S T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate it. By the way, there's something heading your way. I'll drop it in the mail tomorrow. Now that's how you play musical chairs right there. Hey, Parker, you don't know, we don't have any games next week during the week, do we? Like UD's not playing another Thursday game or football or anything. Okay. I know it's going to be tight here, I think, right? We got another spot. Oh, I'll just come out, just watch my cue.
From the McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios, breathe easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. WHIO-FM, Pleasant Hill. WHIO, Dayton, Ohio. The birthplace of aviation.
Warm weather turns hot early next week. We'll have the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst at 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
I love the show so much.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Well, there you go. There's the show. The Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Don't forget you can get the podcast of this show. It's the show without commercials at eveningedgetodd.com and many of your other favorite podcast platforms. Tomorrow night, it's Todd's Tailgate Touchdown 7 Tailgate Party, sponsored by Alta Fiber. Parker, Ron, and I will be up in Troy as the Trojans host the Piqua Indians. So we will have that beginning just after 5 o'clock. So have a great Thursday night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
That's it. We're done. Over already?
Yeah, should have been here sooner.
Game over. Sorry, guys, I gotta run, but there will be another show. When?
Actually, I'll be back tomorrow.
Same crap, different day.
At least he's consistent.
Good night, everybody!
All right, everyone. Have a great night.